Hello, and thanks for joining us on this week's edition of Kogi in Focus, the program that keeps you up to speed on happenings and development in and around Kogi, Nigeria's confluent state. I'm Oluwatosin Osuji. On the program today, Kogi State government promises renewed fight against maternal and infant mortality, holds Maternal, Newborn and Child Health Week. Governor Yahaya Bello promises tough times ahead for criminals in the state. And the International Day Against the Trafficking of Persons was celebrated during the week. And when we hit the streets, we shall hear what the people have to say on the situation in Nigeria. All these and more when we return. Don't go away. Welcome back. The Kogi State government has called on residents to treat health issues with seriousness, especially pregnant women and infants prone to malaria and other life-threatening illnesses. Kogi State Governor's wife, Rashida Bello, and the Commissioner of Health, Saka Haruna, made the call during the official launch of Maternal, Newborn and Child Health Care Week in the state.
The Governor's wife and the Health Commissioner said women need to be conscious of their health and that of their children to avoid being affected by life-threatening diseases.
MNCH week is an important period meant to put extra effort to reduce all health challenges affecting mothers and their newborn babies.
Kogi State mothers are keen to participate in this program, a week of care for our mothers and children that features focused antenatal care for expectant mothers, complete immunization, vitamin A supplementation, deworming, distribution of long-lasting insecticidal nets, and administration of therapeutic food to malnourished children. I also want to use this opportunity to appreciate our donor agencies and implementing partners for the introduction and implementation of Saving 1 Million Life program for results in Nigeria.
The representative of wife of Nigeria President, Grace Chama, said government is determined to ensure adequate healthcare services are provided for mothers and children across Nigeria and called on all state governments to key into the federal government's healthcare plan.
Some progress has been made towards improving the health and well-being of women and children in the last 3 years in Kogi State, as well as in all other states of the Federation. However, there is still more work to be done. Government alone cannot do it. So I would like to once again call on all relevant partners, including the private sector, to continue supporting our state governments as they work towards improving the health situation in their various states.
Awards were presented to local government administrators found to have contributed to health sensitization programs, especially among rural dwellers. Mother and child health kits were distributed to pregnant women to the 717 primary healthcare centers across the state.
After the official opening of the Mother and Child Health Week, the state government deployed health workers to over 700 designated primary health care centers across the state to immunize, diagnose, and treat women and children. Health workers who spoke with Kogi in Focus across the 3 senatorial zones said the turnout of mothers and children was encouraging.
Yes, they are turning up.
When this MCH came, so we are doing it since Monday. So we give them ferrous and folic acid. All is free. We give them 30-30 as normal.
Use this opportunity to thank His Excellency Alhaji Yahaya Adoza Bello, who deem it fit that programs like this should come to Kogi State.
As these children are coming in for this immunization, if they notice any reaction, if they notice any reaction from the body, they should quickly report to the health center.
It's alongside with the birth registration. So every child in every place is opportune to collect this certificate.
The beneficiaries of the health outreach were equally delighted.
Thank God for it. We are grateful for him and the wife.
Thank God that they are helping us. Well, we that we are poor people, to help us and give us some tests.
Still under Maternal and Child Health Week, the state government launched what it has tagged Sustainable Drug Supply System, SDSS, to ensure that the state government's provision of free drugs get to the right people at the right time. Commissioner for Health, Saka Haruna, during the official takeoff of the Health Week at Government House, Lokoja, said the state government is determined to prevent the corrupt diversion of drugs and ensure sanity prevails in the state health sector.
SDSS also bring on board free drug management scheme, such as deferred payments, exemption for unidentified road traffic accident victims, and indigent patients when fully implemented.
Key players in the state healthcare sector say the Yaya Bello administration's healthcare delivery efforts are making the right impact.
Past, over 2,000 healthcare workers were recruited and deployed to the various health facilities. And today, we're happy and excited at the prospect of the sustainable drug supply systems and what it spells for our people. It's going to help us to control the open drug market and also to regulate and control drugs and other commodities.
May and Baker is willing to partner with SDSS to make sure that these things come on board and everybody in Kogi State will be healthy, we ensure good quality of life.
With this scheme, our drugs will be available, and again it's cheaper than what is obtainable outside the hospital. By God's grace, the out-of-stock syndrome will be off. Many patients will come. The content of our population will be more on us.
Benefiting hospitals from the state government healthcare drive include the Specialist Hospital Kaba, the Cottage Hospital in Adogo, and Zono Hospital at Okene in Kogi Central, and Ankpa and Oguma in Kogi East, and Isanlu Yagba East in Kogi West. If you are just joining us, this is Kogi in Focus, a weekly review of activities and happenings in and around Kogi State in north-central Nigeria. For your informations, contributions, events coverage, and advert placements, please contact us through our social media handles and phone numbers displayed on your screen. Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello says he will fight all criminal elements in the state to a standstill. Governor Bello made the commitment in Lokoja during the parade of suspected armed robbers by the Nigerian Army and the police in the state.
After a long period of relative cool in Kogi State, the Felele community came under the siege of men of the underworld as houses, shops, and the nearby Lokoja-Okene highway came under attack.
When they came, they wear army camouflage uniform and took away ATM machine, took away our DVD, collected money and other phones.
One of my boys that is working now came around, like, he saw this guy face to face. He pointed AK-47 to him that he should face the ground, and he threatened him and collected his phone and money and everything.
The armed robbers that are disturbing in our area, they have been using army camouflage. I saw one of them as we go. This guy, they are baby this guy. I just go there, I close the door. I close the door of that baby salon before the two army officers are taking action to arrest him.
Security officials, however, say useful arrests in connection with the crime were made.
Own troops deployed at Felele while conducting the routine checks and patrols, they were alerted that some gunmen were carrying out robbery activities. In a swift reaction, the troops intercepted them. There was a gun duel. Unfortunately, one of the robbers sustained gunshot wound. He was arrested, and the command took it upon itself, did a follow-up of operations, and the operation led to the arrest of other three.
And when the police got this report, the commissioner of police ordered the commander SAS to mobilize his men and so on into actions, of which they did, and they were able to trail and arrest these two criminals suspects, and of which they were in the wanted list of Kogi State Police Command over the series of kidnapping killings along Okene, Lokoja Road, Lokoja Ajakuta Road.
The suspects made confessions of what they know about the crime.
From this town, this is my first time. For my town, I use them and Gunbody to do a politician. He's from Makode. He do APC. He do APC. It's the boy of Governor Otom.
Via Gumaloka government. Yeah. They going to come and love.
They are wearing it quite all right, but as we know master, you know me with this man, we know where. Now him with this man.
This big jaw, this very man get quite one stick. Take a whole quarters, me na empty hand because I'm driver and B. I know one man can blow line. Because if not die, man will go die for top through.
Governor Yahaya Bello acknowledged the efforts of the security personnel and encouraged them to do more. He called Nigerians and leaders at all levels to support President Buhari to fight insecurity.
I thank God, as always, for the wonderful job that the security operatives has been doing across the country and in Kogi State. This is one of the results. And rubbing it on one person or the other, I don't think it is right. The criminals, they're caught on the act or in the act. And we're going to make sure that they face the full wrath of the law. And I can assure all other criminals, we are coming after them. We will arrest them however they run. They can run, but they cannot hide. No hiding place in Kogi State. So I am urging all the adjoining states, 10 states, that borders with Kogi State and FCT, let them sit up and do their job so that we can save this country. It's not Mr. President's job alone. I am not expecting Mr. President to come and arrest these criminals. As much as I have given a lot of motivation, it's costing us a lot of money to secure this state within the little resources that we have. In addition to paying of salaries and other developmental projects that we are embarking upon in Kogi State here. So I'm urging all my colleague governors and all government officials, the chiefs, the community and the populace, the citizenry, to live up to their responsibilities so that we can be safe.
Items recovered from the suspects include arms and ammunitions, other dangerous weapons, cell phones, security agencies' uniforms, and 15,200 naira in cash.
Kogi State government has again embarked on a tour of mining sites across the state to ensure government, the communities, the mining companies and the miners themselves are getting a fair deal. A similar fact-finding tour was conducted earlier in the year, which led to the resolution of crisis brewing in some mining communities.
The Yahaya Bello administration has never hidden its desire to enhance the development of Kogi State's key mining sector. This explains why the state government has moved to prevent revenue leakages and ensure that all stakeholders get a fair deal. A number of recent visits to mining sites across the state revealed series of irregularities ranging from unfair practices by mining companies to outright illegal exploitation. The chairman of the Mineral Resources and Environmental Management Committee, Miremco, Hasiat Ozavize Sulaiman, led a team on another inspection tour to Kogi West, where more illegal mining activities of gold and copper was uncovered.
The owner of this company, Campi Valley, she told us she's still exploring. But we are here today and we have been able to establish that she's mining gold here.
Workers on the site in the Solu community say this has been going on for years.
I used to dig a pit, find a gold. This side belongs to a woman called Madam. She gave us an agenda that if we dig 10 bags, she will use 6 bags and give us 4 bags. Later on, if we dig anything like the gold, we will take the gold from here to town. They are seasoning it. Some, they are going to beat our people because of the gold we dig. So that's what we are facing. No her food, no her instrument, nothing.
Government officials who sealed off the illegal factory say there is no room for such activity, which at the end of the day does nobody good.
To ascertain the claims by the host communities. And when we got there, we realized that over 100 to 200 young men from different parts of the country, even from other neighboring countries, are operating there.
The government is not out on a witch hunt. The government is out to assist genuine investors to come in. But in coming in, you must comply with the laid down rules and regulations. We are not in any way contesting the exclusivity of the Mining Act itself. We know our role as state government, and we know that it's on the exclusive list. So we are not contesting that. But the question and the concern of the government here is that security of lives and properties and the health of the community or the citizens. And you are aware that the government of His Excellency Alhaji Bello places premium on security and health. And that is just what gave birth to our mission here.
The governor, being the chief executive security officer of the state, of course, has the right to intervene when the security and the life of the people in this community is put to test. She cannot, of course, be more powerful than the government, because as long as she's not abiding by the law, the government, of course, being the owner of the land, has the right to take over the site until when the right thing is done.
The name of the owner of the factory was not made public, but it is strongly rumored that the operators have strong links to a former governor of Oyo State.
The Kogi State Commissioner for Finance, Asiwaju Ashiru, says all outstanding salaries, old civil servants and pensioners will be paid within the next 90 days. The Commissioner made the promise when he took his turn on the latest edition of The Hot Seat, a forum organized by the State's Ministry of Information in collaboration with the Nigeria Union of Journalists, where public office holders give account of their stewardship.
So many people today are not on the payroll of government. We would like to ask, what is the wage bill of Kogi State as it stands today? And what is the Kogi State government paid as salary?
Since the launch of Kogi State chapter of Nigeria Union of Journalists hosted by the Ministry of Information, which has given Kogi people to hear directly from commissioners of ministries, administration of Yahya Bello has become more transparent in its dealings with human resources and finance of the state. The Commissioner of Finance, Ashiri Idris, said the salary and pension arrears were as a result of the screening exercise, which helped rid the state of thousands of ghost workers and saved billions of naira. He explained the state's total indebtedness and why staff salaries were not paid on time.
We are through with the screening exercise, and the exercise with the composition of members, we did it in such a way that it should be so transparent. But we have a governor that is so compassionate that agreed that, as I'm saying, go and sin no more, even your entitlement during your sin, I'm still going to pay. So that is what constitutes major part of the outstanding that we have. As of today, I know we have 13,723 clear civil servants in the MDAs. So with that, are you now saying that, and they are on different level of salary, as in outstanding? Somebody that they just cleared 2 months or 3 months ago, definitely must have outstanding. Unlike someone that no issue right from beginning to this. Those that have no issue from beginning to date, they are paid up to March. Now in the next 3 months, that I'm so sure that I will begin to touch all those outstanding. Anything that will make me to start paying outstanding, it shows that I'm not having anything again ahead.
The commissioner said the state government had even gone as far as applying for a loan to offset the salaries, which was not approved.
So we are so optimistic with what we are doing. The governor has put in place a lot of reforms, a lot of strategy to see how we can come out clean. If not for some enemy within the state that are fighting against the state outside the state, I know how much I'm supposed to have as a state this week, which will have gone a long way in clearing a lot of outstanding. But for people that claim they love the state and are fighting against the state, they know what they did to throw away my file.
In his response to questions, Commissioner disclosed that the administration of Yahya Bello is also interested in making life better for rural dwellers by giving approval for the construction of 500 kilometers road network that will connect them to cities across the 3 senatorial zones.
In the next 2-3 weeks, 500 kilometers to link all the rural areas. There is no any local government that will not have at least 20 kilometers. We have finished the assignment. We have concluded. The funding is ready, is intact. What just remains for us to advertise, to make sure that we enter all the rural areas to move out goods they are producing to the state.
The Kogi NUJ state government hot seat is fast gaining popularity as a source of informing the public on the performance of its public office holders.
It was smiles all round as the families of Alhaji Muhammad Jami Oviosi and Halaji Oricha Umar Shuahibu, both from Okene in Kogi Central, joined their children Abu Bakr and Amamatu together in holy matrimony at the Ahache Mosque in Agasa, Okene. The marriage rites began on the 26th of July with a Mother's Day, followed by traditional marriage and final sealing of vows attended by many family members, friends, and well-wishers from within and beyond the state. state's leading dignitaries include wife of the governor, Hajia Afiza Atimpo Bello, Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Matthew Kolawole, and members. Chief Judge of Kogi State, Justice Nasiru Ajana, joined family and friends of the couple to witness their special day. They had words of advice and encouragement for the couple.
Submissiveness is the best in marriage, and I will advise the husband to love the wife the way we love his own body. I wish them a happy stay together. I wish them happy married life, and I wish them blessings. That God bless their home, and I advise them to live in love.
A happy, married, and a fulfilled life. And I pray that this union will bring great things, goodness, and greater open doors into their life.
All glory belongs to Almighty Allah for this glory day that I witnessed in my life, because it's God's doing. It's God's way. For He is the one that gives us these children. May He also guide them and protect them for us, so that He will help us to direct them in good ways of life, and also give us long life and prosperity as father and mother to enjoy them. It's God's way. For He is the one that gives us these children. May He also guide them and protect them for us, so that He will help us to direct them in good ways of life, and also give us long life and prosperity as father and mother to enjoy them.
From the beginning to the end of the lavish reception, it was fun and dance all the way, leaving the couple overwhelmed. You're still watching Kogi in Focus, and it's time for this week's views from the streets. July 30 every year is marked globally as the International Day Against Trafficking of Persons. Nigeria has an unenviable reputation over the involvement of its nationals in this uncharitable business. But the authorities in the country say they are doing something about it. We sought the views of the people on this and what needs to be done to get rid of human trafficking.
The term human trafficking is or can be defined as the transportation or the transfer or the harboring or the movement of humans from one place to another for the purpose of hard labor or sexual abuses. Well, these acts are acts that are illegal. They are any act done to a citizen of a state is an act against the state itself, and the state should frown at it.
Some, they are even aware, but because of the poverty that is there, so if the government can help in providing job security, it will reduce drastically a lot. It will reduce. So the government can help in job security, and they should educate the youth. They can also educate our fathers, our mothers, because some of them also lure their children into this human trafficking unknown to them. Because of this poverty, somebody might come, there's job here, then I say, okay, I have a child. Because of that poverty, I have a child, you can take my child for job so that at least you'll be helping us, without unknown to them that it's human trafficking.
And so some of them decided to join
to be hired out, especially the female, so that they will use them as for prostitution. And at the end of the day, they may end up losing their life. They may end up using them as a sacrifice. So my advice, therefore, to the government of this country is that they should try and produce job provider and not a job seeker. That is the area of entrepreneurship. We should not focus on certificate. If you don't have certificate in this country, you are nowhere to be found. Even though you use your money and buy the certificate, the nation will honor you. But those who can use their hand to do something, nobody, regard them. And that is why people are not encouraged in any way into doing handwork, learning handwork, going into, learning how to do one thing or the other with their hands, so that they will not depend on government or government work.
It's pay nothing. I don't know how I will give birth to a child I labored for 9 months and I will sell it out just because of money. I don't encourage it. It's not a good one, because if our parents have sold us, we will not find ourselves where we are today. So I sincerely advise that they should get educated and they should run away from immoral acts. They shouldn't engage. Some of them are doing this out of frustration.
If we have, let's say, 100 last 10 years, today we have almost 200. What happens to the remaining 100? And we are looking for the same job, competing for the same available opportunity. The government should please come to aid our young ones, and let's see what we can do. And have thorough checking of our border. The border is highly porous. Of course, we have a designated border, but some of them go through the back door. Like now, when you get to Benin, Republic of Benin, where is the difference between Nigeria and that place? You see, this house is Nigerian house. The other one is the Benin house. So before you know, you can move from here to another place, to that place, and you are gone. No restriction. So please let us check our border properly and obey the rule. Our custom officers, immigrations, the servicemen, please, let's put hands together and check the excesses of these people.
Only that when they go there, they are going to get what they want. At the end of the day, it becomes opposite. So the only thing they will do before going there, you think well and investigate before going there. To avoid all this kind of embarrassment, we Africans are facing. Not only them, even we too that are not going to that area, we too were affected. Because seeing your brothers and sisters turn into slaves overnight, unplanned, it touches our hearts. So, and government has to do something to stop them by blocking them from not going to a particular area.
Avoid moving from one country to another illegally. What you are looking for in Sokoto is in your own house, so you can make use of it. So government should make it as very, very possible and make everything available for the youth to work and encourage them in their own country.
Trafficking our children or our girls from our country to another for the name of job or job opportunity without the permission of government or the permission of their parents. They should also be educated to know about life by not deceiving them that they want to give them a job in the name of being better in life.
The money they are going to make, at last, they will be the one to feel the consequences. Okay? Because if they continue such a thing, it will affect them later on. Because we have not seen somebody who has gone outside for either halottism or whatever and come back successfully. Either you are being deported or you are being locked up or you are being disgraced. So the danger of it is that they should not even try going to such a place. Because going to such a place, anything can happen to you. They can use you for ritual, they can use you for anything. So nobody should even try. Instead of that, better stay in our own country and do things that will give good name to our name. Because the proverb says, good name is better than riches.
This is where we wrap it up on today's edition of Kogi in Focus. Until we come your way next week, same time, same station. Continue to do to others what you want them to do to you. Amuluwa Tosin Osuji. Have a lovely week.